What's up, guys? My name is SnyperSama, but you can call me Sniper. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have another viewer requested build, and that is going to be a hunting horn build, specifically with the Blackest Night, the skill effect that you get to use from having 4 pieces of the Omega armor. This gives you Soul of the Dark Knight. Blackest Night, if you do not remember, is an actual ability that allows you to enter this shielded state where you will parry whatever attack is coming at you next, as long as it actually makes contact. If it does not end up hitting you, you will do that slash like you had seen. There is about, I think it's a 90-second cooldown, but basically the way it works is you would activate it, you'd get hit. Once you get hit, you are able to turn around and it doubles your defense, whatever your number is here, as well as gives you permanent red health for the duration of the ability. And on top of all of that, makes it to where every single one of your attacks will heal you. Kind of a vampiric lifesteal, if you will. Okay? So, because this was a viewer requested build, we're going to go ahead and get into it. The main focus for today's build is going to be on the echo bubbles. Now, typically you might be thinking, why in the world would you use echo bubbles on hunting horn? Well, truth be told, echo bubbles are insane, and they come with different effects on them. You can see here on the Onyx Chorus that I have crafted, we have ailments and blights negated, which is really, really good when you are fighting something that will sit there and just hit you with a lot of different status effects. Okay, but on top of that, we're also using Queen Cordmaker, and it actually is a part of this build, and that is going to be Echo Bubble Health Regeneration. Most people nowadays, you are fighting the in-game monsters. Gogmazios, Arkfeld, even Omega, Arch-Tempered Jindahad, Arch-Tempered Raydao, all of the Arch-Tempered monsters. Dragon is really, really good, okay? But you can have multiple Echo Bubbles down. In fact, you can have quite a few. Meaning, if you run double hunting horn and you are trapping a monster in a certain location, you can use your ailment, your blights negated, and your health regeneration echo bubbles, all while getting extra damage, because echo bubbles will also hit the monster for you. Okay, so without further ado, now that we've kind of broken down all of that, make sure you guys are liking, commenting, and subscribing. Okay, help me out, help a brother out. Let me know what you guys want to see. Keep me in the loop. That way I can keep making awesome content for you guys. Okay? So, now that I'm done yapping, we get into the Onyx Chorus. The Onyx Chorus has an okay melody tree. Truth be told, what you're going to be rocking for is you're going to activate Elemental Attack Boost. You can activate Blight Negated if you want. Restore Sharpness when you need it, but the main one that you're going to be doing is the Echo Wave Dragon. The reason you're doing Echo Wave Dragon is because, like I said, you're fighting in-game monsters. Most of them have a dragon weakness. So, spamming Echo Wave Dragon is just going to be the best way to keep your damage decent. And then the occasional resounding melody, which, if you do not remember, is Dragon Piercer for melodic notes. Okay? So, on our weapon, we have triple attack infusion, dragon element with an attack focus. Ideally, for your reinforcement bonus, you go 4 attack, 1 sharpness, because affinity doesn't matter. Okay? Echo bubbles are one of the greatest parts of hunting horn, and affinity just doesn't do anything for it, because just like Gunlance with its shelling, echo bubbles, one of the main key points of hunting horn, can't crit. So you do not need affinity. Ideally, what you want here, 4 attack, 1 sharpness. You can have a roll similar to mine where it's 3 attack, 1 element, 1 sharpness. It still works. The big thing is getting Soul of the Dark Knight. If you can get lucky, you get Soul of the Dark Knight with Lord's Soul. I do not have Lord's Soul. I literally rolled for over an hour trying to get it, and I just couldn't. So, you're getting the video where I'm at, which is beneath some of you RNG gods. Anyways, the reason we're rocking all of it like this, and the reason you want so much attack, is because raw attack is just better suited for hunting horn. You're not going to be critting a whole lot. And yes, the weapon attacks can, but there's no point. Okay, raw attack boosters are the way to go. The secondary you've got is Queen Cordmaker. The reason we are using Queen Cordmaker is because it is just our secondary. With Horn Maestro, it will allow it to last longer, the buffs will. But you can do attack up large and recovery speed when you need them, plus your echo bubbles. Okay, so if you are trapped with a monster, let's say in one singular arena, most specifically, at least the ones that come to my head, Jindahad, Gogmazios, where you're kind of stuck in one area, this is a phenomenal secondary hunting horn. Not only do you get the recovery speed up, you get the attack up large, but your health regeneration is great. The reason we are rocking this specific one and we are prioritizing our health is because when we use Soul of the Dark Knight, the Blackest Night, you are going to lose all of it instantly. And yes, you are able to slowly get it back, and you will lose some of the damage from resentment. But I would rather lose a little bit of damage from resentment not having red health anymore than to full on cart and lose a mission. Okay, so we have health mitigation tools to our use at our disposal. Okay, for our armor, we have the Udra Meyer Helm Gamma, Udra Meyer Male Gamma. These are both Arch-Tempered New Udra. The reason we're rocking these is because you get Bad Blood. Bad Blood 1 is a decent damage increase, is going to proc when Resentment is active. I think it's like 26 damage. It might be more, it might be less, but basically every time you hit, there's going to be a little bit of extra damage on top, and it may be a little bit to start, but it will ramp up. Not to mention, you get Burst. Burst is an insane skill on Hunting Horn, specifically because your Echo Bubbles. Your Echo Bubbles are always going to be going off, so as long as you stay in one area with those going off, it will proc for you, okay? Then we have Bale Gauntlets, Bale Flanchard, and the Bale Solares Alpha. I hope I pronounced that right. If you guys know how this is pronounced, let me know in the comments, okay? The reason we're rocking these three is because obviously we have to get the 4-piece bonus. You could make an argument to replace this with the standard, which is going to be Arch-Tempered Arkfeld, Helmet, and Arms. But like I said earlier, you don't really need to play into Infinity, which means Weakness Exploit ends up not being worth it, okay? As far as the Golden Age charm, you just want something with attack boost. I have a very lucky charm here with attack boost and burst, meaning I am very easily able to hit the burst cap of 5. If you don't have that, all you need is the attack boost 3 with 1 additional, okay? As far as the decorations on our armor go, we're rocking 3 protection jewels, 1 chain jewel, and then on top of all of those, we have 2 throttle jewels. The reason we're rocking throttle is because latent power activates when certain conditions are met. Those conditions being time elongated in a hunt or damage taken. What you may not know is when you use Soul of the Dark Knight, you immediately lose all of that health when you end up proccing it. Meaning, the very first 10 seconds into a hunt, you can activate Latent Power. Latent Power will last for a duration of time. Once Latent Power is over, it's gone. But it'll reactivate and be available by the time you get back to using your Blackest Night skill again after one. Okay, so what I mean by that is you activate the Blackest Night, Latent Power immediately activates. By the time you are done with that first set of Latent Power and Blackest Night, the second time you go to activate Blackest Night, you'll be without Latent Power, but once you get to the third one, you'll be able to activate Latent Power again. It's actually really, really cool how easily they work in tandem with each other. Every time you activate Blackest Night, the next one after the one you're currently on ends up proccing Latent Power, okay? So we have 2 throttle jewels there for that. We have Furor. This is going to be for Resentment level 5. Like I said, I'm fully aware that there is health mitigation tools in this. This is for when you have the red health, okay? You're not always going to have every single HP reducer or buffer going on at the same time. Meaning, when available, you still get to take advantage of the red health extra raw damage, which is pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. Plus 25 raw attack is really, really good. Then, last but not least, we have the Growth Jewel, obviously the Attack Jewel, like I said, and a Counter Jewel. Counter is going to be good because it's also just a raw damage increase. Counter Strike, plus 25, it extends the amount of time. Really, really nice to have, okay? The Growth Jewel is the only thing that you can really swap for something else. Growth could be replaced with Shockproof. It could be Adaptability. There's not too many things that are good by themselves with just one, especially as a level 1 decoration. So I kind of leave it up to you. I would recommend Self-Improvement or Growth or Shockproof. but that's going to be contingent on whether you are playing with other people. Last but not least is we have our actual weapon decorations, which do matter. On our Queen Cordmaker, we have Sonorous and Attack Jewel with 2 Dragon Jewels. The Dragon Jewels are just there. You literally don't need them because it's a poison weapon. You can put KO on here. You can put whatever you want on here. You are not going to be doing anything with this hunting horn. You shouldn't actually be fighting with it, okay? So the only thing you need, Sonorous Attack. On our Onyx Chorus, we have Sonorous and Attack, Dragon Handicraft, and Razor Sharp Handicraft. Now, the reason we have these specifically is going to be Sonorous, the Horn Maestro. Horn Maestro is going to just let our bubbles stay longer and be bigger, as well as let our buffs remain for even longer. Dragon is just going to be a damage increase because we do have a solid amount of elemental output on Hunting Horn. This is going to make it just a little bit easier to keep the damage rocking, okay? And then Razor Sharp Handicraft, because we are hitting with so many different types of gear, there's just no point in using other things. You can't guard with it. There's no point in taking really anything else because you don't need critical boost. Because you don't need critical boost, it opens up a lot, and Horn Maestro with the attack gives us the 2 main things that we want. The buffer and the damage multiplier. All of this is to also say that if you end up getting lucky, you will have the additional 5% from Lord's Soul, which is pretty crazy when you think about it, everything going on. What we're going to do here is we're going to turn on Luke, we will turn off wounds, put it into smash mode, and we're going to make it the highest difficulty to end up showcasing. We're actually going to turn off latent power, just so I can show you guys exactly what I was talking about. Highest difficulty, that way you guys are aware. Starting out, we have 277 raw attack, 624 element, and we are at 0% affinity. Once we come over here and we activate the Blackest Night, you can see here, latent power, resentment, dark arts, and undead redemption all ended up activating, giving us a whopping 393 raw attack. We shot up 120. 100 base without anything else. Our health is slowly coming back. This doesn't even include anything from our secondary horn, which I will pull out now, okay? So, let me go ahead and play Attack Up Large. Once we have the Attack Up Large, we will do the recovery speed, because that's typically what you're going to be going for. Okay, and now we'll play both of them. And then we'll do an Echo Bubble, just to mimic what it would look like if you were playing this by yourself and you were fighting in-game monsters. You have the Echo Bubbles going. We have our buffs currently active. We pull this back out. Let's go ahead and do our Elemental Attack Boost. Because you can see, even without... Oh, I clicked the wrong one. That's my bad. Even without using the Echo Bubbles that are for our weapon, we get to take full advantage of them, which is super, super sick, okay? It's crazy what you can do with Echo Bubbles. Like, truth be told, it really is wild how much extra you get. You can see here with playing our melodies, even with the original Echo Bubbles on our other hunting horn, we get full advantage for them, okay? Now that all of our buffs are active, we have 321 raw attack, 50% affinity, 680 element, and it ends up just skyrocketing even more once we activate the Blackest Night, which you guys will see here. For a moment, we had 428 raw attack. We have 304 element, 960 defense. Our health comes back insanely quickly. And on top of all of that, we do a ludicrous amount of damage thanks to everything going on. This build is absolutely crazy. To the YouTube commenter that was like, hey, what about a Blackest Night hunting horn build? Wonderful idea, my friend. I loved it. I really enjoyed this build, and I hope you guys do too. That is going to do it for my video today, guys. Thank you all for coming and watching, and thank you all for hanging out. Don't forget to check out, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Farewell.